Hi everybody, it's Rob Anderson, and we've got to perhaps the very, very beginning of everything that I can teach you online. Everything, let me start with this. Everything you're ever going to need to know, everything you're going to need to do online, everything hinges around knowing and understanding the power of keywords and how to use and abuse and take advantage of keywords. Keywords are the core of everything to do with business these days, not just online. And let me tell you why. Imagine if you could picture queues of people standing with money in their hands, and every morning or every day you got out of bed and you opened your door and you walked out, and in the street there were queues of people, some of them 10 long and some 2,000 long. And on front of each queue was a person with a sign that said, "I'm looking for hammocks." And then there were 10,000 people, 10,000, whatever, in that queue, and the next queue, and the next queue. Every one of those is keywords. And the amount of knowledge and research and skills you can gain or garner from keywords is incredible. Now, I've got to try and keep this down to a 10-minute explanation of keywords. And in this 10 minutes, make sure you fully understand it. I am 8 years online, and I've got to tell you, it was because of my rampant ego and the ability that I presume I'm brighter than everybody in the world. Sorry to admit that out loud. Um, and yes and no. But the point is that it took me a year and a half to actually listen to the training I was being taught, because they were telling me keywords, 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 Rob, and I was thinking, I got it, I know everything, I don't have to learn it, and I wasted a year and a half. So let me start at the very beginning. A keyword is what people are using as a source of information. So here I've put hammocks in. By the way, Google gives keyword suggestions immediately as a drop down. So I went out and I searched for hammocks. As soon as I can get my computer to cooperate, fine, I'll just search for it again. And it comes back with results. Now, because I'm in South Africa, it's giving me up Heavenly Hammocks. Hi, Graham. Heavenly Hammocks. By the way, I chose hammocks just off the top of my head. It's the business I used to be in for 10 years. And in fact, one of my biggest websites now called Designsmith, it's now orientated towards web design, was Designsmith was for my hammock business. Okay, so it then tells me that Google is, I'm very pleased to say, puts Heavenly Hammocks up as number one for the keyword hammocks in South Africa. It will be slightly different to just hammock. Every one is a different keyword. Good news, Heavenly Hammocks for them. Hammock Man is close up there on all of those. There's descriptions from Wikipedia. Because this is what's called a very broad or a seed or a core keyword, okay? Let me show you another. Hammocks for sale. Look, different results. Less images, many more ads down here and on the top. Bid or Buy comes up for number one here, and then Heavenly Hammocks again. Gumtree, which is a local, Bid or Buy and Gumtree are both local classified type websites, as is eBay, and ZenPoint is a Cape Town version of the South African hammock business. Well, X classifieds. So as you can see, hammocks for sale, because of the for sale, it's coming up for classifieds. Every one of these hammocks in Sandton. Now I've done a local modifier. I've asked for local search. What Google's done is it's popped up one local search result. It tells me that not one of these other guys have gone to the trouble of registering for the word hammocks with Google properly. Well done to Heavenly Hammocks. Again, brilliant, proper marketing, professional, good to see. Again, a few ads. Heavenly Hammocks themselves are paying for hammocks in Sandton, even though they're ranking number one, featured on the right-hand side because of this ranking, by the way. And you'll probably find that the images, if done correct, Gumtree, let's have a look, junk mail, Gumtree. Okay, so it's all about the keywords. Instantly, let's click on here. These images are ranking because of keywords. So somewhere in here, this ad is under hammocks in Sandton hammocks. So it's listed as, sorry, I just have to stop and tell you, Look at the height of this. This is from his waist to his knees. If you sit in here, you're going to bang your head on this. This is really, sorry, I hope this guy doesn't know who I am. A dumb design. I'm always horrified that people do things to cut corners, make them smaller, tighter, and in the end you're going to sit terrified, hoping that you don't bang your head every time you sit up. Look at this. This was far better, bigger. Sorry. Okay, so Hammocks in Sandton, if you've optimized your images, your videos, it will put you on page 1 for when people search. Now, so far, all I've done here is guess keywords, hammock businesses. Look, different results, different keyword. So what I'm trying to tell you is a keyword is a clue for Google to look on your website and see, do you talk about being a hammock business or hammock businesses? Because again, have a look here, Twin Oaks, Flag Chamber, Trek Light Gear. If you do a different search, Trek Light Gear is there, Facebook comes up, Shopify first. You see, every one slight different, add an S, add a question mark, different keywords. So Google's using keyword search and information on your website and internal linking and silo structure and backlinking and external linking and stuff to see what your website is about. And that tells you that you can rank your keyword for your website, your business, for specific keywords. Now here's the cool part. You can use the same keywords to see if your business is going to work, and I'll show you that in a second. So let's go to another, how to make a hammock. Look, totally different results. How to make a hammock, kinfolk again, Instructables. I used to rank for this keyword many years ago before I took it all down and gave up on working so hard. If you go to Google, sorry, my bad, YouTube, hammock shop in Sandton. I couldn't resist this. I've asked for a long tail keyword that is unlikely to rank. So I come up with a 7-year-old keyword that's had 16,000 video, 16,000 views, how to buy a hammock. Here is, I've got no idea, it's had 750 views. It's about trend-setting songbird Monia, something like that. She's shopping at Sandton. It's got nothing to do with hammocks. Professor Hammock, nothing about Sandton. Now we start to get vaguely close. South African vlog shopping. Again, here, portable camping hammocks. Can you see that if people looked up hammock shop, if they were looking for it, and you made a video with this keyword, hammock shop in Sandton, you would rank number 1 out of 27 results. I have a suspicion that nobody's looking up hammock shop in Sandton. Let's go one further. People use keywords to look up on Pinterest. Incidentally, it was keywords on YouTube. It's keywords on Pinterest. Keywords. Look at this. It brings up the most beautiful beach house somewhere probably on the coast, and by the looks of it, Cape Coast, Hart Bay Way, I think. Not worried. It says here Church Haven, wherever that is. Here's one in an urban rooftop. So can you see, again, rank it on Pinterest and people might find you there. The very worst, you're getting a backlink for the right, correct keyword to your website from Pinterest. Okay. We're on 8.5 minutes, so let's go to the actual keyword tool. I have done hammock chairs into the keyword search. I'm going to do a video immediately after this about, well, let me see, immediately after, yes, about the Google Keyword Planner, so don't stop and think about what I'm doing here. I've asked Google to tell me who looks up hammocks, and hammock chairs in the world every single month. 200,000 people a month look up hammock. Add an S and only 40,000 look that up. So as you can see, what they're looking for are totally different. Hammock chair, hanging chair, rope chair, interesting. Oh, they're not sorted out, highest to slowest. Let me sort it out. One click here, and I'm going to get what they're really looking for, which would be problem retrieving ideas. Charming. I'm going to do a little bit of a trick. Let me pause this video and be back. Okay, here's what I'd like to point out to you. Now, let's presume I am already a hammock business, or I'm starting a hammock business, and I want to see what my potential business is. So I'm now using keyword research to go to the Google keyword tool, and it turns out in South Africa, I've asked it here, you see on the left, South Africa, and down here I've asked it to only include the word hammock, hammocks, or hammock chairs. So hammock chair will be included because it's got the same word just without the S. So now I can see what the potential is for this. And by the way, if I could see that only 720 people a month in South Africa, about 900 people a month are looking up hammocks, I would never have spent 10 or 15 years or whatever it was in the hammock business. I would have gone for benches or couches or something far better. But can you see? Is it's telling me, the good news is, look, here's my friend, Graham, Heavenly Hammocks again. People are physically searching for him as a brand. How cool is that? So he's got to be so well known, and fair enough, it's 25 years or something in the business, that people are finding him. Now, there are lots of longer keywords here, and I bet you if I pick any of these, let's look at wooden. This is really obscure because there's a possibility that Graham doesn't rank for this. But I want to try and show you that the correctly optimized website is very likely going to rank simply because Amazon, eBay, Amazon, okay, those are specific keywords. So I'm not getting the South Africa side of it. If I could learn to spell, to just make life much easier. Okay, so now Outdoor Warehouse, Alibaba, Gumtree. You know what it tells me? It tells me that Heavenly Hammocks doesn't have whatever that thing was. Wooden arc. Yeah, it's a kind. I made those. Then those are hard to make and expensive, and then people want to do it cheap. Okay, so hammock springs, hammock chairs. Cool hammocks, really. Where was that hammock springs? Wow, I lost that one really quick. Doesn't matter. Hammock stand, hammock chairs. So can you see, this tells you what the potential is for your business. Should you be in this business or not? Keyword research can involve many different things. Now, I'm going to further on, I'm going to show you how you can look for buyer keywords. How you can use long tail keywords, core keywords, and how every one of these can affect how well your website ranks or doesn't rank. Local search keywords. It's huge. It's easy once you've got the hang of it. Once you stop going for broad-based keywords. I'm very involved with the website in the crafting niche, and I got to tell you that crafters absolutely make me want to run straight flat out into a wall, because they all want to rank for their craft, crochet, knitting. They do not stop and think that they should rank for what that craft does. Gifts for him, gifts for her, whatever it is. The product they produce is a different keyword to what they do to produce it, and yet they put all their stuff up on Etsy and then say, I'm not making any money, because they're not building a website that targets people that will buy their product. That's buyer keywords. Okay, I hope I've covered the basics of what a keyword is and how you can make it work. Please watch all the keyword tools videos, keyword videos I'm going to produce, and more. You cannot not learn enough about keywords. Cool. Thanks. I'm going to stop this one and produce it for you. Take care. Cheers.